If you're going Hoard, I think you're going in search of forgotten treasures because it's just worth more points. But Madame is better than both of the scenarios on her own. So you're definitely running her. Because you're running her, you're definitely running King of Beggars. Groover, how are you doing? And I think something like this is how Syndicate should look, personally. Hello friends, it's Lionheart here, and as promised, I am here with some Gwent. Now, you all saw my opinions on the Balance Council changes that came into effect this month, and I had a few concerns with them. But that didn't mean I didn't want to play some Gwent and try out to see what the impact those changes had. I didn't feel like I loved a lot of them, but some of them very clearly made certain cards or archetypes pretty strong. So I thought I would give those things a try, and I started with what was probably the biggest set of buffs, and it was around thinning in Syndicate and the Hoard mechanic. Not only did the leader ability get a buff, but also both thinning engines were reduced down to 4p, which is absolute madness, makes them absurdly overstated and basically an auto-include. Especially when you consider that you can actually roll one of them from a create off shady vendor and double thin, it's a whole thing. But I wanted to see if those changes to make those cards very, very good actually made Hoard itself worth playing. Because of course, there are two different scenarios in Hoard. I've seen lots of people try to make double scenario work. I've seen Passiflora, and of course, I've seen the other option as well. Well, I decided to try both, and I will show you a game with each scenario and then a final third game as well to see if Hoard is really worth playing in the current meta, even with those changes, which I still maintain are absolute craziness. Are they enough to bring Hoard into play, or are they actually just going to find themselves into kind of mid-range Syndicate territory and not really help Hoard the way that perhaps people would have hoped, which is my assumption as to why they would have voted for it. There are a couple of different decks played across this. As I mentioned, I try with both scenarios, so those links are in the description of this video. Just means you should go and check that out. You know, go down there. You can find out all the different places you can find me and see me as well, which obviously you want to do, right? I have got some questions for you though in the comments. We are now, where is it? We are halfway through January, which means you're probably starting to think about your Balance Council votes for the coming month. What do you think you're going to change? How many of the things that changed last month are you planning on voting to revert? Things like the Monster Defender, already the worst, now effectively useless. Are you going to vote to change that back to 7 power? I certainly plan to. But what other changes are you looking for? What things do you now want to move on? Are there going to be things you're going to revert? Are you going to vote in a trend pattern? So for instance, lots of thinning cards have gone to 4 provisions. Again, you all know my opinion on that, and I think it's a terrible idea, but my assumption is people who think it's a good idea will now be voting for that in other factions as well, right? To try and make that consistent, at least for the value. Is that your plan? Let me know. Also, you can see me using different versions of Hoard. What have you had success with? What Syndicate lists particularly have you played and thought, oh boy, this is good? Is it still simply Vice? Because from my experience, Vice is still up there, let's put it that way. Or is there something brand new that you absolutely know I need to play? Either way, I would love, love, love to hear all about it. Please let me know in the comments. And if you do like this video, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button. If you're looking for more Gwent content, you know the drill. That subscribe button is there, and unlike over on Twitch, it's free to subscribe here and make sure you stay up to date with all of my content. With no further ado whatsoever, let's send you over to that gameplay. Good a player so you don't worry about rank. I mean, if you're enjoying it, ultimately, go for it. And I can't believe you already have it. It's crazy. I like mad respect for that, genuinely. And I do like that there's something to kind of aim for, if that makes sense. A reason to play and an encouragement to do other stuff. Oh, cool, we have bricks. So you're absolutely a brick and so are you. Wow, that actually worked out really well. The cycles felt like a bit of a chore. Like, I don't mind that they're difficult because I've always wanted something for people who put lots of hours in. I'm just kind of sad that they're not coming back. Like, I've missed every one so far, but if my progress stuck and I at least had a chance of getting that card back again next year, I'd have been a bit happier, I think. Also, earlier on, Groover followed us. My apologies, Groover. I missed that. Welcome in, my friend. Lovely to see you. Our opponent taking their time with turn one. Did it take that long to open Twitch? Come on, friend. What kind of Hoard are we playing? We are playing Hoard, but with In Search of Forgotten Treasures, not Passiflora, and then it's just using all the mid-range value. Okay. Bit of discard value with Iris and her companions. Nice way to start. Opponent also using their Cursed Scroll early doors. Okay. So, it's a pretty easy one for us straight off the bat here because we've got double 4p thinning, which is just absurd. Coral is, yeah, that buff happened most recently, so yes, Coral is buffed. Oh, now our opponent is actually playing Skellige Witches, which is really helpful. Because it's a list that I want to play as well. So I'm actually really happy to see that. A lot of people are also aiming for Casino Bouncers off of Eventide Plunders for even better thinning early on, which is an option for us, especially if we miss it. But there are lots of considerations where perhaps I don't want to do that. So we now have a decision to make. If I'm going to play Madame, I need more coins than I currently have, right? To be able to do that, I need to generate 2 more coins. I'm more than happy to play a Novigrad early on. This list is happy for 3 rounds, potentially happy for going for the 2-0. So we play the Novigrad. We do run 2 peaches. 2 peaches, but only 1 sly seductress, yeah. 4 provisions, they're just free, right? So it makes no sense not to run a second to make the mulligans easier when you consider this is a brick, he is a brick, da-da-da-da-da. Didn't play the engine first. Not convinced I want it this round. Not convinced I want it. But we'll see. Because the decision now comes between, if I'm going to play Madame, I'm playing her basically now. I should probably drop a spender here and really get ahead, right? So I'm going to do that. The Hoard for this is 5 currently, which is brilliant because I go up to 5 coins. I don't lose a single coin here if I decide to drop Madame. Now, however, I really don't need to. So once again, we're going to do that. And then the Sea Jackal. Would I consider Imker? Imker is an example of one of those cards that just isn't quite worth it at this stage. To me, she doesn't quite feel like she's worth the amount of effort. She's been power crept, yeah. For 9 provisions, there's so many ways of making coins more effectively, overall worth more, that considering the number of ways she can be interrupted or removed, I'm not sold. We want to win the round. Do we need to win it on even? That's basically the question now. Bincy and Boat. I like Boat in this list. Bincy, again, I'm not necessarily set on. We go tall as it is. Now, we could have got ourselves ahead, but let's see if they pass. I'd rather win the round and hold this. Clearly not an option we have. They kill my engine. All right, then now I'll do it. Do I need to? This is 3. You really like the shirt? Thank you. It's like a jumper, but I really like it. It's is this one Jack and Jones?
Yeah.
It's a Jack and Jones jumper. It's actually in their sale right now as well. I almost picked up a second one the other day. So I'm +3, so I got a 29. Then no ad. Strange not seeing me in a suit. The suits are for Cyberpunk. All right, we'll do it.
Nothing tickles my tits quite like a good secret.
Okay, because I'm going to get 2 coins at the end of each turn anyway. So yeah, no suit today. Okay, they kill my spender, that's fine. I spend first here, then here. They have no active engine, but if I spend again right now, it puts me ahead by 4, and I'm going to gain 1, 2 coins instantly, buffing this a third. Yeah, we just do it. I have 3 coins a turn before they play a card. That's insanity. That's right, the suit will be back on Monday. Oh, wow, they give me the trio, huh? That's a lot of points to give out. And a leader as well. Okay. Now, the Heatwave here is playing for a paltry 7. If I click and spend, then play Candle, I think we're ahead, right? Pretty sure. I need... This is going to be worth 2. So I'm on 42. I need 15 points. 13, 12, 11, 10. Let's... The coins, I'll always get the coins for the Peaches procs, thankfully, because I earn 3 coins a turn, so I can always spend down to nothing, right? Which is nice. Hey, Luke, how are you doing? Lovely to see you, my friend. Welcome in over on YouTube. I think I saw someone else over on YouTube a minute ago as well. Walter White, seeing this deck a lot in the last couple of days. Fair enough, my friend. I put it together on patch day initially, thinking I expected it to do pretty well. Haven't really had much chance to play since then, so I'm curious. Or maybe you meant my opponent's deck. Okay, so we're looking for, I mean, honestly. Let's have a look. I think honestly the Shady Vendor goes. Oh, that's tempting. As a push, I mean, I'm looking for the Forgotten Treasures, but I can't take a mulligan here because it prevents me getting the advantage I want, right? So, I'm so tempted. So tempted, but we'll just do this instead. We're going to click the cash. Saul goes back row because then he will proc appropriately, and all is looking pretty good for us so far. I don't really want to give Flinders Crew, ideally, but you do want to play into 3 rounds with this deck for the Flinders Crew ability. Oh, cheeky Dow. All right. Okay, okay. How many more Tide Cloaks do we have? You! How very dare you? We won on even, so we're kind of happy to keep playing. Yo, Luke, thank you so much for the super chat. You're very much an MVP where that's concerned over there, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate you. That's very, very generous, my friend. Genuinely, I'm really, really grateful. Thank you. Love to see it. The MVP. If YouTube had VIP badges, you would earn one from me. No question. Oh, it's Golden Necker. Okay, well that's a very easy spend. I think we spend again here. Is it worth it actually? Because If I spend now, I get 3 more points. They would need to play a 7. They don't have that many, so let's make that happen. Because I think here... the Bear Witcher sucks. Hey, you are very, very welcome, my friend. Thank you for continuing to support it and make it possible. Short round, there are 8 cards. My odds of finding this are 5 in 8. So, okay. I'm going to go across with 2 coins, Flinder in hand. That's the thing. If this is Golden Necker, I absolutely want to play, right? Let's do it. Tempted to spend here as well, but... Excellent. It really is quite frustrating because you're limited as soon as you pass all of the engines you spent so much setting up are worthless, which I don't love. I don't love. Okay, easy mulligans, brick, brick, brick. Perfect, much better. No thinning, however, has been established just yet. So... do I fish for a casino bouncer from something like a plunder early on? And if not, we just have a spender on board? I think so. Love an Eternal Fire Disciple early on. Nice little 200% value spender. I think Madame's going to have to go in this round, but we'll see. I know I mess up so many times in that round too. If we could have killed their engine first, and like we were in such a good spot. Oh, cheeky beagle. Okay. Okay, sure. You don't want the bloodthirst? Now that doesn't surprise me. They're also devotion. Well, they're running. Yeah, so this is probably devotion. Probably. I knows it well.
Remove his cowl, then his ears.
Not convinced. This usually wants to drop a couple of Highland Warlords and go away, right? If they've got a handful of raid cards, they might, but they usually want more going on in the graveyard for some of their interactions. So again, I'm holding off on giving Madame super early. Okay, we get a stunning blow. Honestly, I'm fine with that. So, Firesworn plus Human isn't going to be great. But, willing to do this, into this. I'm going to go back to 5 coins here straight away. Open Sesame super early could be okay. I don't think we need it, honestly. Let's just take this. I'm gonna go... I'll go up to 8 here. What's the answer to tier? Heatwave. Honestly. It's just my Heatwave. There's not much more we can do. So, and obviously they will like a round 3 tier. But it's not really a... The thing is, initially you feel like it's the right card to Heatwave, but honestly they don't really... They don't swap more than 1 card in a short round with the tier, so I'm always a little bit tentative on that. That's strange. But okay, opponent.
Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
Do I Shady Vendor front row now? Look for another spender? I think so. Fail to find the spender. Love to see it. We're getting our coins back too, so I actually think maybe this is the best choice. But killing this doesn't help me. These all suck. Flaming Rose. We have too many coins. Once again. Fine. Because obviously I'm trying not to grossly overprofit here. So I almost feel like I have to decree a Sea Jackal, which feels horrible, but... gameplay of Hellblade 2 and Avowed on the 17th. Nice! That's going to be good. That's going to be really good. That's very exciting. We'll have to try and take a look at it if I'm live on the 18th. Might be. Oh, no. Okay. I don't want to give Madame. Especially. But as soon as I do, they go away. We both know that. Well, we all know that, right? Nothing else here feels worth playing. But she is so many points across a decent sized round. Opponent needs 9. Lots of their... If they have another Bear Abomination, they have 9. Frankly, my dear, I don't give Madame. I honestly think I pass. I honestly think I pass. Yeah. I think it's just not worth the commitment. 9's not the easiest thing for them to grab in round 1 without silly commitment either. Honestly, round 1's tough for this list. No, they don't want to give us. They don't want to give me tier right now. It's the first version. They could, sure, but do they really want to use it for carryover? No. For Kusha, can't. Bear is 8 because there's no 3 power unit. Facts. Actually, Bear isn't enough because it's 3 damage, but there are no 3 power unit. No, there's that they can kill. Yeah, because they'd have to kill this or this or this. They actually give me the tier. Amazing. That's fantastic for us. That's so good. This was the only card I could think that would get them out without giving me leader. I will take it. And if they pushing hard round 2 is good for us. We like a 3-round game, right? And now one of their biggest threats doesn't exist. I mean, honestly. Okay, lack of these 2 is frustrating, and lack of the 2, lots of thinning as well. Problem is, and my worry here is if I mulligan something, I end up drawing into the one thing that bricks, right? Equally, they could say, you know what, I'm going to pass. Show me 9 coins in 9 points, 10 points in 1 turn, right? Which would be difficult for us too. I had to mulligan her because otherwise it was another brick. Just realized on that last second I had no other choice. Wow. Okay, they're going in. I'm going to open straight away with Madame then, I think. Actually, I could be convinced to Javed. Let's Javed first. Yeah. Alazar, of course. Right. I now need this at 4, 5 before I can do anything about keeping it alive, right? So if I spend 4 coins, I'm on 1, 2, 3. It's just enough. Because the next turn's going to be Madame. The reason I'm doing that is I'm playing around a second Primal Savagery. Obviously, they can still kill Scarab, but I kind of want the Spender alive, right? How are things, Seraphim? Good to see you. And how many of you have been playing Gwent this month? If so, what has been the list that you've enjoyed the most? What have you been playing since? What do you think is good? What do you think is too good, or we're seeing too much of? Like, what's around right now that you're seeing? I'm curious. Do tell. Oh, that War of Clans is hideous. That's amazing. That's so good. Lurking while cooking dinner. Played Yago Crack. Oh. That's so bad. They clean up our Okay, they get rid of the Spender. All right. I'll take that. Carapace, Air and Die. Oh, Spud. Ugh. Sorry to hear that. That's not it at all, my friend. Very sorry about that. Okay, this isn't an engine that's on because I've got no coins. NR Witches? Yeah, NR Witches isn't enough, unfortunately. It hasn't got, whether it's the Golden Necker version or the normal, it just isn't quite good enough. Raxix, you jumped back 3 months ago. Muta Siege Demoven got gutted. Yeah, it did. It's been absolutely destroyed, bud. I think there's a decent version of Siege Kimbolt, maybe more Order Engine Kimbolt that still can be half decent. And Monster Cat Koshi, really? Interesting. I wonder why that's back. Hoard and Battle Trance, nice. Okay, they give us Harold. I think I'd probably commit this then. Yeah, keep playing those cards, Chief.
Walk away from this.
They're going to get a pass from... If I play this, they pass, correct? So I almost want to wait one more turn because I have 3 options for it. And this won't be usable this turn, but it will next. What do we think? Because I don't really want to give Flinders Crew. But if I play it, they are going to go away. Tia's already gone. Harold's already gone. Let's find out if I'm right, shall we?
Still got its teeth.
Let's find out if I'm right. Yep, thought so. You face Rot Toss. Wow, that is unusual. So they didn't play a card, which does leave me stuck at 6. This is only going to be 4. I have to... I need 7 points as a guarantee. This is only 4, 5, 6 of those points because chapter 1 isn't good enough. I play this, it takes me to 6, but it's only 4 points in itself. If I then spend, it's not enough. Boom. Not running Redanian, no, we didn't have the space. We didn't have the space for Redanian, sadly. Because we needed Decree so that we could grab Madame. I do like the Redanian version. But, okay, now our thinning finally turns up, and of course, all in one go. You aren't really the one now. This is great. This is exactly as bad, actually slightly better, and you are much better. So, okay. Let's start with Novigrad. Because why the devil not? And let's see what they've got. Because getting my Hoard value with Flinders Crew could just be the way. Oh, you're now my Heatwave, huh? Having to kill Dregbondu that way feels awful. But Fukusha into some gigantic Tursach invader is going to be really depressing. It's a huge amount of points, right? Let's see. It's worth 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's an 11-point heat wave. Without last say, I don't get to heat wave the Tursach. I suppose they're going to do it early. Chat, this is tough. Tia went in round 1. They used Tia in round 1, so no. On that front, we're okay. Tia and Harold have both been played. That was the only. I made a reasonably decent read, and it was the only card that would have got them out. So I knew on that front we were okay. I think it's this now.
There'll be plenty of coin to go around. Twice. How many sweets could I get for a diamond?
Oh. Get to 7 coins. Yeah. I should have. I thought I'd already done it in this round. I thought I did it last turn. Clearly, I did not. I thought last turn we were already at 7 between the turns. Evidently, I was wrong. Because that's 3 points plus a Hoard screw up. Right? That's not the right kill, my friend, but thank you. Okay. So.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
Let's do that. Then it's this. And protect. Okay, that's brilliant. Then it's these two, right? I guess. Or is it actually? They haven't killed them again, so I guess then I'm greedy too?
The good old smell of seagull shit.
It's not worth using this now though, right? Spending 3 to get 2 coins when I haven't got the synergy just isn't worth it. It doesn't help me. If they play Regis in our back row, honestly, they deserve our respect. Because there's no benefit the other side because we don't have it anymore. Other than because we gain 1 coin between the turns, so I'm going to gain 2 coins between the turn. Sure. I don't want to is the problem, right? Because it costs me 3 coins to get more than that back, effectively. It's more using the candle to spread, I think, is our best bet, right? Okay. Oh, and they've got just enough to kill the... Not quite enough bloodthirst. It's great for us. But I think, isn't this 13 points now? Of course it is. Of course it's exactly 13, chat. And I wanted to do this a couple of turns earlier, and I should have done. As it turns out, yeah, we are dead. Dead. No chance, chat. No chance at all here. Makes no difference. Okay, so against any kind of control, we're screwed. Oh, wow. So, this version of Hoard really doesn't feel like it's it. It feels like it's close. But even when it's going well, it just doesn't... So... I've got... today is not an Igor day, I'm afraid. Epiroth, welcome in. How you doing? So, where are we struggling? In Search of Forgotten Treasures is super fun. But, because it's chapter 1, fills the pocket, we don't get the coins at the end of a turn for the Treasure Huntress sort of combo with Gudrun. It's really frustrating. Like, really frustrating. I was hoping that the buff... Because the change to these, the 2 4p thinning cards, has made... It's absurd in terms of the amount of value that it adds, right? It's absolutely crazy. But... Hoard itself... Like, I suppose the other thing I should try then is just to go, okay, you know what? Let's play Passiflora then. Let's see if the Passiflora version is actually doable. Because I think Passiflora is just worse than In Search of Forgotten Treasures. But it is more engines, it's more coins. If I cut In Search of Forgotten Treasures, means I cut Flinders' Crew. A jackpot version, I don't feel like Hoard works as well as I'd like with jackpot. Cut it for Igor? No. Igor's a very different list, right? What are you Igoring? You going Igor Crimes? Because yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm sure it probably is playing more consistently than this, scarily. Right, we're gonna try it this way. They all go, that goes. Blind eyes we're looking for then are gonna be, we now want a second one of those. Down here. And now I actually can fit the boat. And instead, we're just a 2-round engine deck, right? I'm going to try this version. Let's return to the Passiflora and go from there. Not having spenders is how Syndicate loses, and Candle is a completely different kind of problem. So that's why we kind of stick with that there. Let's see. Okay. So I've got to play this completely differently than I currently have been. Igor Idoran? Oh lord, yeah, I can imagine. Both of the early thinning is great. I don't want 2 shady vendors. Oh, why did I take the last mulligan, chat? Why did I do it to myself? Does anybody know? Anyone have any information? Because we're now getting out of this round pretty quick. Syndicate Poison Deck dead? Asks Hytham over on YouTube. No, not at all. That list's actually really good. I can't do anything about that with this list, right? There's no Syndicate Crime card that's like hit the low, like, right? There's nothing that Shady Vendor can do about Saskia. I'm going to say no. Aha! And I think I'm willing to... I'll click and give Saul next turn. Probably. Because I can't use any of my tributes now anyway. But equally, we need to get out of here. This is just Harmony. Right? It's just going to be Shiru Harmony? We'll give this version a couple of tries, then we're going to see if Witcher Skellige can do anything. And Lumia, yeah, I'll play enough this season to jump up to pro rank. I'll play actual decks at some stage. Today was more of the things that got changed, how worth it, or how good are they, basically was kind of the point. We made lots of changes, were any of them worth it? Oh, and the boat as well. Let's go. So we've thinned 3 cards this turn, which is really nice. This will obviously keep coming at Hoard 7 now. Face Neverhood playing SK Witchers. Well, we've built an SK Witcher deck, but I kind of just threw it together. So we'll see kind of what becomes worthwhile. And this is a pass for me. I lose on even if we don't, right? And the longer this goes, the better it is for them. If they have a second poison, they'll use it. If they don't, then either way, they're having to find a good chunk of points here to get out. They probably just have the second poison. They do. It's definitely worth the pass. More than happy with that. We thinned enough. We can now get rid of our brick. Boat being at 4 power, I'm okay with. Yeah, I don't mind that change. Portal is mine, but I also tried to get people to do it, so, you know, I'm always going to think that. My mulligans are now risky because this does have 1 of each, which means I'm just going to leave it alone. Decree at this point is for... Okay, Lockfian has to get heat waved. Absolutely. Thank you for playing, though, opponent. I appreciate it. Ba, 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 ba. The scenario above is interesting. Okay, I'm now going to decree a Shady Vendor to try and kill this.
Ever consider becoming a court jester?
Sure, you could just keep saying things, opponent. That's cute. Decree, Shady Vendor. Front row has enough 4p removal for us to find none of it. That's great. Love that. Oh. Okay. Okay, boat's jumping back out again. Pain. When I had a Shady Vendor in hand? Ah, because I forgot the Shady Vendor was in hand. Dilly-dally. Yeah, I forgot I hadn't seen it. Yeah. That's the predominant reason. But if they play below 7, we literally are just gonna Madame and go, I think. Maybe... Let's see what they do here, because this is still their chance to get out. And the long round they might think is better for them. No, they shouldn't, right? They should play. They should always play and just build up the owl. Yeah. Cute. Okay. Ethan, thank you for the YouTube sub. I appreciate it greatly. Don't really care about that. We overprofit way too much, so I'm going to go for the front row again.
Best commodity in town, I swear it.
Do I have any other options? Maybe, right? Okay. I was fishing there either for 4p damage or the Eventide Plunder, honestly. Didn't get either. And now they click this is really, really bad for us. Passiflora doesn't get me ahead, but might get them away. However... willing to do that. For now. They're going for Shiru 9. Okay, cute. I'll take the Shiru being gone. That's no problem. Thank you, opponent. I give Madame now. Doesn't get me ahead frustratingly, but... Or does it, actually?
Consider this my tip.
I've just got to spend... just enough to be ahead by 1. Beautiful. Let's go. Simless into double backup plan. Okay. So she's going to die, but I am getting coins for each time they click one of these for now. Nice. Can they... They can kill the spender. They can kill the spender here. Yeah, which is what they choose to do. That's... it's a little problematic. It's a lot of points. Do I give Passiflora? Well, I think I Novigrad first, right? This, Jean, this is the patch where most decks can be played so far. I actually disagree quite a bit. I think a lot of decks have been removed this time around that I'm a little bit sad about. I needed a spender here, and I needed a better spender than that. Yikes. I've got no extra poisons. That's really, 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 really bad. Like, really bad. No, we're not running double scenario. We cut one of the scenarios.
Sleep, my champion. Rest now.
Yeah, we cut a scenario. There's definitely people playing different stuff, which is cool. I'm not convinced that I think we've removed more decks than we've increased. Oh. Okay, yeah, we're in trouble here. Ouch. No spenders is absolutely fatal for us. Like, we are just absolutely up a creek with no paddle, right? Because I just can't find value from anything here. Like, I've got 3 points a turn, and I gain a coin, but it's not worth it. Right? And obviously these are bonded, so if they choose to play, I'll make a decent amount. They should... Can we buff it to 13? Yeah, it's on my list. Toon! Can you make one about the best ones? Yes, I'm certainly considering it. Oh, they play. A bird wasn't big either. Yes, my friend, I'm certainly working on that as a concept. Ugh. Unfortunately, however, this game is beyond us. Not much we can do. We do end up... Ugh, that's terrible. Okay. Losing the first round to Harmony. I did draw badly, but... I think... All-in Hoard... Still not it. Honestly.